The road to the KCAC makes a couple more stops before it winds up at its final destination this Friday night. One of those stops is in Blairsville at the Panther Lair. As tonight, we bring you Heritage Conference semifinal girls basketball between the River Valley Panthers, who bring an unbeaten streak under their belt, back home, going up against the Portage Mustangs, who it seemingly seems like every year they meet up with in the semifinals, but that means it's going to be a good one. Good evening and welcome into the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. Alongside Rick Splone, I'm Jake Slobodnik welcoming you in, bringing you all the action here tonight on Renda Digital TV. Our coverage brought to you by Grand Beginnings Children's Center and by Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. And, Coach, I alluded to it earlier. It seems like every year you can count on River Valley meeting up with Portage here in the semifinals, but as history has shown, and, I mean, we were there last year at Portage.
Yep.
It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's weird. I didn't think Portage would be back in this situation. They graduated a lot of seniors last year. They battled through, and they're here, and they got an opportunity to get to the conference championship. But they do have a heck of a task, like you said, Jake, with 22-0 Panthers.
Yeah, it's been a tough season for the Portage Mustangs. They ended the regular season with a 79-43 loss at Cambria Heights on Friday. That placed them second in the East, and obviously on a road trip here to top seed in the West River Valley. While the Highlanders took the East crown, and now they meet up with Penns Manor tonight on their home court. They're 11-9 overall, 10-6 in Heritage Conference play. But here's the odd thing. Despite their winning record, opponents are outscoring them 967-934 this season, which you really don't see a lot of opponents outscoring your team even though you have a winning record.
No, and also that means when you win, you're I don't want to say winning ugly, but you're maybe a 5-point game or a 6-point game, but that's character builders. Sometimes, and I've said it 1,000 times, Jake, I think you take more sometimes from close wins than you do from blowouts, right? You're willing to get dirty, and you know what kind of team you have. So it might say a lot more about Portage and Coach Hudak, just the heart and the competitiveness they have.
That's one thing that's synonymous with Portage basketball, whether it's boys or girls, the heart and hustle that these teams provide. And one of the biggest things has been Kendall Bednarski, big scorer for the Mustangs, averaging a little over 17 points per game, and she's shooting 38% of the field. So really, is it as simple as River Valley locking down on her coming into this game?
It should be, but I'm a fan of not letting the best player, or I'm sorry, if you put too much attention on one player and you let the other four have the opportunity to get loose, I think it's just a collective effort. Just play defense. If she's good enough, she's going to score no matter what you do. Kind of like Ava. A lot of teams focus on her, and at the end of the night, you look, and she has 20, 22 points, and you feel like you did a good job. So I think it's just collective effort. Focus on playing good team defense, and if a girl's going to score, she's going to score.
Looking at the other sideline for River Valley, obviously they're perfect. They beat West Shamokin on Friday 66-39 to clinch the perfect regular season. Now here's the thing, they held West Shamokin to just 3 points in that first quarter, so they were able to let their offense go on autopilot essentially. That led the way for Ava Perchetti scoring 27 points and Alicia Lamania with 18. Coach, we watched it all season long. Alicia and Ava, they have just been the offensive juggernauts for this River Valley team.
Yeah, dynamic duo, and that's what you need. And I've always said you have your star and secondary scoring, or in River Valley's case, they go, even 3 or 4 with Kennedy and Morgan Cole, and even Marin Dunlap's having a great year too. Just a little nugget off of that, Jake. River Valley's played roughly 704 minutes of basketball this year. Now, I don't know exactly, but I'm going to say they've probably only trailed for maybe 15 or 20 minutes of those 704. They're lethal. When they step on you, they step on you. And that's what Portage has to avoid tonight. It got to be close at the end of the first quarter.
Absolutely.
Right? It just has to be. Whatever you got to do, if you're Portage, it got to be close at the end of one.
Piggybacking off that thought, last time these two teams played was the only time they met this season. River Valley came away with a 71-35 win here on their home court back on January 15th. You mentioned Portage has to keep it close at the end of one. Reason being, in that game, River Valley was up 31-8 after the first quarter, and they only let up double figures in the fourth quarter. So, like you said, it's pretty much one of those things where Portage has to play perfect defense and score a lot of points if they want to stay in this basketball game.
Yep, absolutely. We'll get to it when we get to the keys. But one thing I have circled tonight is you got to value possessions if you're Portage.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have the ball on offense, you got to take care of it. You got to limit your turnovers. Not saying you got to score every time down the floor, but your possession has to end in a shot. right? Whether it goes in or it doesn't go in, it has to end in a shot and not a turnover.
Yeah, and you got to spread the wealth, try to get everybody involved, try to create shots, and take smart shots. We'll talk more about that when we continue with the keys to the game. We're counting down to this Heritage Conference road to the KCAC semifinals. River Valley and Portage. Our coverage tonight brought to you by Grand Beginnings Children's Center, teaching your children to shine since 1991, 2 locations in Indiana, and by Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, the best place in town to take a leak. We'll get Coach's Keys when we return on an IRMC High School basketball night, Renda Digital TV.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Valentine, you'll fall head over wheels for sweet savings of up to $9 grand off your new heartthrob. Forget the chocolates. Up to $9 grand off a brand new 7-passenger all-wheel drive Mitsubishi Outlander with tons of sweet features. Wow! Sweet savings and the sweetest warranty on the planet. Happy Valentine's Day from the Mitsubishi Giant 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona.
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
Well, Coach, I just realized that I had the mute button on, so all of that didn't matter. Just can you summarize your keys to the game one more time?
Yeah, just like I said, if you're River Valley, you're not looking ahead to Friday night, right? Take care of business tonight. you got bigger goals ahead of you. You know, they're 22-0 regular season. Doesn't matter. You know, focus on the night, then focus on Friday night. Again, if you're Portage, embrace being the underdog, right? Throw everything but the kitchen sink at them, right? Come out firing, own every 50-50 ball, and value possessions. Like I said earlier, any possession that Portage has to end in a shot. Don't turn the ball over. Don't feed River Valley's transition offense.
We'll come back. We'll bring you an overlook of the whole road to the KCAC bracket, what to expect for Friday, who we could see there. That's all coming up as we count down to tip-off on an IRMC High School basketball night on Renda Digital TV.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet. $100 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
Pizza wants to thank the community for making their opening a success and strives each day to meet and exceed customer satisfaction. Customers are loving their new stuffed crust pizza, one topping for just $14.99. Lunch specials are only $10.99. Dine in our carryout and take out a large one-topping pizza for just $11.99. Have a drink from Vocelli's Coffee Bar, your choice of iced, nitro, or tea, at the corner of 10th and Oakland Ave, Indiana. Make it a Vocelli Pizza Day.
It's a true treasure in Blairsville, a style of eating that's rare, and that's the diner experience. Dean's Diner on Route 22 captures the mood and atmosphere of the old-fashioned family-style eating of the off-road diner. Scrumptious home-style meals you remember growing up with, capped off with Dean's Diner's famous assortment of homemade pies. Why not stop in after the game? Open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Dean's Diner, Route 22, Blairsville, the classic diner eating experience.
To $12,000 on a new F-150 at Luther Ford. At Luther Ford, buy a new 2024 F-150 4x4 XLT Super Crew full hybrid and save up to $12,000. Or buy a new 2024 Ford F-150 Super Duty 4x4 XLT Super Crew and save up to $8,000. Wow! And everyone qualifies. Luther Ford with 2 locations and twice the inventory. The savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Valentine's Day, say I love you with something unforgettable. Luxembourg's Jewelers at the Indiana Mall is your destination for heartfelt gifts. Make a lasting impression with dazzling diamonds, gorgeous bracelets, stunning earrings, or choose from 2 of their breathtaking heart pendants. Sterling silver, created ruby heart, surrounded by radiant white topaz, or a sterling silver black spinel heart, framed by dazzling white topaz. Regularly $119, Valentine's special $59.50 each at Luxembourg's Jewelers in the Indiana Mall.
Almost time for River Valley and Portage. The girls' semifinal on the road to the KCAC, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. Should be an interesting one alongside Coach Rick Spallone. I'm Jake Slobodnik, back with you in our S&T Bank broadcast booth, People Forward Banking. Look ahead to this whole bracket, how it's going to shape out both in the girls and the boys tonight. Girls' semifinal matchups here, Portage, River Valley. Then a couple miles and Patton. It'll be the Cambria Heights Highlanders hosting the Penns Manor Comets. And, Coach, that's going to be a pretty balanced game because Penns Manor, Cambria Heights, even strength, 2 powerhouse teams. I'm not going to ask you who you got in that game, but that's probably one that a lot of people are going to be looking after. Yeah, it should be a really good game. I think their competitive balance in that game will be really good. I think they each got some star players. I don't know a ton about Cambria Heights' season. I think they had, 13 conference wins. So they're up and coming. We had a game here. They played really well. So, yeah, that should be a pretty good game. Now, you think back to last year, Cambria Heights kind of finished middle of the pack in the Heritage Conference East. Now here they are leading things and had some pretty dominant wins over Portage. Boys-wise, and this is more your forte, being the coach of the River Valley boys. Coming up tomorrow night, the Portage Mustangs will host Homer Center, and Conemaugh Township, they visit West Shamokin, and that was pretty interesting because not a lot of people maybe thought that Conemaugh Township was going to take that first spot in the East again. But how about Portage? They've come a long way this year. Yeah, and they, they were juniors last year. They've been consistent under Coach Cargo for a long time. They got 3 guys they can really rely on with Bodie, Owen, and Trey Cargo.
And Homer, their inside game with Max and Angelo, is going to be their strength. And on the other side, that's going to be a well of a game. They played in the semifinal last year, West Shamokin and Conemaugh Township. They're both seasoned. They're battle-tested. West Shamokin got them once already. I'm hoping, or I'm thinking Judd McCullough, probably got a pretty good game plan together, get over that hump and, try to get to IUP.
Yep, and that's coming up Friday night, the Heritage Conference Championship, road to the KCAC. We remember last year, Coach, you were on that sideline, and you guys won a very big thriller. Coach, Greg Cepas and Jody Rainey both talked about it on Indiana in the Morning this morning. You saw a dramatic fashion last year against Conemaugh Township, Dom Spiel with the winner, and that's really where all those moments happen, is at the KCAC.
Oh, it's unbelievable, Jake, and I was lucky enough to talk a little bit at Media Day, and my biggest takeaway is it's the game itself. Once you throw that ball up, it's still basketball, right?
Yeah.
But going up there on Thursday night and shooting around and being in the locker room and just all those things that people don't see, the behind-the-scenes stuff, being in that locker room before the game, it's just a feeling that I wish every player and coach had the opportunity to experience. I'm glad that we got it last year. It was a great game. I'm expecting, really good semifinal games and hopefully really good championship games on Friday.
That'll happen Friday, but coming up next, it's River Valley Portage girls semifinal action on an IRMC high school basketball night. Starting lineups is next on Renda Digital TV.
Home, car, business, and your life all need to be insured against loss. With so many companies, whom do you choose? Someone you know and trust, someone who will sit down with you to discuss your particular needs. That someone is Mark Cable of the Mark Cable Insurance Agency. Mark represents Erie Insurance, a company highly esteemed in the insurance industry. When was the last time you had a comprehensive insurance review? Call Mark Cable of the Mark Cable Insurance Agency, 2 locations, Salzburg and Blairsville.
Each new year also comes tax season. As a taxpayer, you want to make sure you're getting all the credits and deductions you deserve. H&R Block Tax Professionals in Salzburg have the most up-to-date tax knowledge and will work closely with you to review any changes to your life or tax code that could impact your taxes. Rest assured that your tax professional will leave no stone unturned to make sure you get all you have coming. Stop in to schedule an appointment at the H&R Block office in Salzburg at their new location, 233 Washington Street next to the pharmacy.
If you want to treat your taste buds to the best homemade Italian food, bring them to Rinaldi's Pizza Barn. Every Saturday is a different early bird special with dinner salad and garlic toast included, all for only $8.95. Their homemade Italian wedding soup is available for takeout. Enjoy one of Captain Kenny's desserts, always made fresh. Warm yourself up at the fireplace and enjoy the best homemade Italian food. Find all the yummy details on their Facebook page, Rinaldi's Pizza Barn.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
What sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
And a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Just about ready for tip-off tonight from River Valley High School between the hosting Panthers and the Portage Mustangs. Alongside Rick Spallone, I'm Jake Slobodnik back with you in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. People Forward Banking. Let's get to tonight's starting lineups. Here's Coach.
First for Portage Mustangs, coached by Lance Hudak. Number 11, Liana Bagby. Number 12, Britton Meyer. Number 21, Kendall Bednarski. Number 23, Cassidy Burkett. And number 33, Bryn Burkett. And for your River Valley Panthers, head coached by Rick Brown. Number 3, Morgan Cole. Number 4, Ava Perchetti. Number 5, Marin Dunlap. Number 21, Alicia Lamania. And number 23, Kennedy Kittner.
Those are tonight's starting lineups. We're getting ready for the Heritage Conference Girls Semifinals and a packed Panther layer here at River Valley High School. Good turnout from both sides. Glad to have you along here tonight. One of these two teams will move on to the Heritage Conference Championship this Friday night, which you can watch exclusively on Renda Digital TV. Coach, want to pick out a player that you mentioned in that starting lineup, and that's Marin Dunlap for River Valley. She has been on a hot streak lately. May not be getting up there. Well, she's getting up there in points, but she does just about everything, doesn't she?
Yes, she has. And we talked about it at the end of the Marion Center game, even going back to the Marion Center game. These past 3 weeks, her confidence is just through the roof. So that's been a big key for River Valley, like you said, Jake.
Looking at Portage, too, Kendall Bednarski, you mentioned it earlier in the pregame, but if you're just tuning in, pretty good player for Portage, despite being just a sophomore. 17.8 points per game, shooting 38% from the field this season. And it's not going to be as simple as locking her down as Portage. They can also haul in rebounds, too. So we'll see exactly what happens here. And just a brief note for you, probably not going to happen tonight, but I've seen weirder things happen. Ava Perchetti is just 85 points away from breaking Indiana County's all-time scoring record. So we've seen her put 40 points up at times. So we'll see if how long it carries out, how long it'll be until she actually breaks that record. Coach, any prop bets when you think that'll happen?
No. Well, when? Maybe first round of districts.
That's possible.
Yeah. But no, and Ava, it could be Friday if they win tonight.
Yep. We'll find out in just a little bit, and we'll watch that total climb. Ava will go up for the opening tip, and opposing her is Kendall Bednarski for the Portage Mustangs. Portage decked out in their green uniforms, going right to left across your viewing screen. Ava Perchetti and the Panthers dressed in all whites, going left to right. Sam Stedden, our producer and camera operator tonight, as we welcome you back into the S&T Bank broadcast booth. Basketball's in the air, controlled by the Panthers. We're underway tonight. Lamani will bring it forecourt at 7:05. Quickly taking it to the left side, looking for Ava up top. A little bit of room, nothing there. Tries driving, cut off. Up top to Marin Dunlap to the right. Kittner thought about a three, instead drives, puts up a floater, and it's in. And the Panthers break it open 2-0.
That's big for Kennedy. She's more known as a three-point shooter, so seeing her get to the hoop, that's big for her confidence for the rest of tonight.
Now Portage, a little bit of a clearing. Cassidy Burkett able to find Bryn Burkett, and she ties it up at 2. Lamani able to break some ankles. Gets it across half court, runs almost into Coach Hudak. Cole flies in for the ball, finds Ava, wing three from the right. Off the rim and no good. Fight for the basketball won by Liana Bagby. Now some contact near the Portage bench. Morgan Cole's going to get tagged with the first foul of the game.
Jake, Portage did something that I don't think too many teams have done this year. They scored and they pressed River Valley.
Yep.
Like I said in the pregame, I'm Coach Hudak. I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm throwing it all out tonight.
Bagby will inbound. She finds Bednarski. About a quarter of the way down the court. Matched up with Marin Dunlap. Takes it right side. Nothing there. Back up top. Cassidy Burkett finds a hole through the center, goes up, contact, no foul. Dunlap with the rebound. Perchetti takes the pass, leading pass up court to Kittner, and it's right through her hands and out of bounds. Turnover, first one of the game for either side, and it goes for the River Valley Panthers. And Coach, that's one she's got to have.
Yep, that's that one got to connect, and that usually happens. Maybe just a little bit of jitters on both ends. Good possession by Portage, though. That didn't end in a turnover.
Bagby will take the leading pass up court. Almost lost control. She does. I'm going to count that as a turnover as the Panthers take it right back at 6:40. Tied at 2. Perchetti drives, middle lane, swirls in. You give Ava a little bit of room, she's going to hit it home. On the opposite end, off of Portage, out of bounds. Second turnover by the Mustangs. Perchetti might have been the leading cause for that. Panthers another opportunity to add some insurance with a 4-2 lead a minute and a half into this game.
Coming back to Ava in the corner. They read it pretty good.
Kettner wide open, wing three from the left. Shot no good. Looked good out of her hands, nothing there. Bagby draws the contact on Dunlap after the rebound.
I don't think that would be number 2. I think the first one was on Morgan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The Hawaiian Dex River Valley student section didn't agree with that one. Doesn't matter. It'll go with Portage. Bagby takes the inbound pass. Looks to the right for Britton Meyer. Matched up with Lemania. Loses control of the basketball, and it trips out of bounds. Third straight turnover by the Mustangs.
Your Portage, you got to find a way to break our press. You know, I was texting back and forth with Coach Brown a little bit earlier this morning, and he said that's what they're going to do tonight. They're going to get in that full court man and make Portage beat them that way.
Yeah, River Valley's done a really good job all season long with that press. And now Perchetti will drive, reverse layup off the glass, and it's in 6-2.
You can't let her get to her left hand like that. It's easier said than done, but if that's the way they're going to play it, there's going to be a long night.
Bednarski pushes it up court, cut off. Little floating pass back up top. Meyer drives, right lane off the glass. No good, and Lemania tips it right back into Ava's hands. She's pushing it up the court. Looking left, pulls up left elbow. Swirls in and out. And right with the rebound, Meyer came right to her, loses the basketball. It's going to stay with Portage at 5:41.
Good pace to the game if you're River Valley. If you're Portage, you probably want to slow down just a little bit, try to get into some more offense.
And I'm sure both of these teams kind of expected that early on, and they're getting just that. Both teams pressing, attacking the inside of the paint. Burkett dishes to the right corner, and another one out of bounds. 4 straight turnovers by the Mustangs. And River Valley gets control once again up 6-2 at 5:30 to go in the first, and Coach Hudak's going to go to the bench with Maya Berta.
I'm going to sound like a broken record tonight, Jake. You got to take care of the basketball. They've had, what, 5 possessions, 4 turnovers.
And a lot of them weren't even forced turnovers, too. That's the odd thing.
Yep.
Lemania drives left side. Thought about a fader. It's blocked. Dunlap right there to corral it
pass.
underneath. Wide open Cole from the left. It's up and in 8-2 River Valley.
That was a simple basketball play, but I don't think 3 weeks ago Marin well,
there's Marin again. She forces the 5th turnover. She's got some real estate. Up from the left, and it's good. Coach, you were saying about Marin. Well, hold that thought. We got a timeout on the floor. 10-2 Panthers, under 5 to play here in the first quarter on Renda Digital TV.
Pizza wants to thank the community for making their opening a success and strives each day to meet and exceed customer satisfaction. Customers are loving their new stuffed crust pizza, 1 topping for just $14.99. Lunch specials are only $10.99. Dine in our carryout and take out a large 1 topping pizza for just $11.99. Have a drink from Vocelli's Coffee Bar, your choice of iced, nitro, or tea, at the corner of 10th and Oakland Ave, Indiana. Make it a Vocelli Pizza Day.
Back with you in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. 10-2, the Panthers with a quick lead over Portage with 4:58 to go in the first. And Coach, your thought before the break?
Yeah, just the play earlier between from Marin to Morgan was, I don't think that's a play that happens 3 weeks ago. You know, Marin driving to the hoop and finding Morgan, and then her catching and finishing with her left hand. It's just the growth of those two that have made this team even better.
Ava Perchetti tagged with a push foul in the backcourt. Looking up court, wide open is Bagby. She corrals it, matched up with Kittner up from the left. No good, but a late whistle. Back-to-back fouls by the River Valley defense, and now Bagby will go to the line to shoot 2. Coach, when you look at Morgan Cole and Marin Dunlap, what they've been able to do, that's really a confidence issue. That's something that you can't really teach as a coach. What do you think maybe has been the biggest thing, or biggest key for their turnarounds this season?
I think it is just confidence, Jake. Playing time and playing well are tremendous things for young kids. So, you know, I just think it's seeing the ball going in the hoop. Then you start doing, you know, maybe finish with your left hand. Well, now I'm going to start dribbling a little more with my left hand. And it just kind of compounds, and, you know, this is the result you get from hard work.
Bagby misses the first of two. Second one on its way to make it a 7-point deficit. That one doesn't fall. Cole fights for the rebound. Kittner able to overcome it, grab it, dribbles between two defenders. Slows things down for the moment, finds Perchetti at the volleyball line. Has been known to take a Caitlin Clark-esque three this season. This time dribbles inside, three from the left wing. Race for the basketball. Cole with it. Looks back to Ava. Finds her. Crease in the left side. Drives left side. And she's fouled.
And again, to circle back to the keys of the game, 50-50 ball. Ava misses it. You have a 50-50 ball in the corner. Morgan ends up with it. Gets it to Ava. River Valley's at the line. If Portage is going to pull this upset off, they got to own those 50-50 battles.
Perchetti to the line. Top free throw shooter for River Valley statistically. Puts the first up, and that's good. Mustangs have three from the bench. Peyton Knoll, their leading rebounder into the game, 6.3 rebounds per game this season. And missed the other two, Coach. As Perchetti returns to the line. It's on its way. That's good. 12-2.
20. You got Peyton Knoll checked in.
Yep. Jada Irvin.
Yep.
Loose basketball in the paint. Irvin with it. Back up top. Bednarski fakes against Dunlap. Drives, dishes right side. Nothing for Burkett. Up top. Knoll. Three on the way. Too short. Trickles, and it'll go out of bounds on Portage at 4:14. Not a bad shot selection by Knoll. Just didn't have enough juice on it.
If you're Portage, you got to get a bucket here. You got to get a stop and get a bucket. You got to stop the bleeding here just a little bit.
All the Mustangs will send three up front, and quickly River Valley breaks it with a long pass to Marin Dunlap. Finds a help line with Ava Perchetti up top at the 4-minute mark. As we come to you tonight from the S&T Bank broadcast booth, Perchetti pulls up, wing three from the left. No good. Rebounded. That one's by Irvin. She's going to take it herself with the left hand. Has a little bit of a clearing before it's cut off. Back up top. Burkett looks right side for Bednarski. Looks down low. Nothing there. Up top, Irvin fakes from the elbow. Drives. Goes up. And the shot. Oh, looked good off the hands. No good. Cole with the rebound. Gets it to Kittner. Back to Ava. And here they go again. Up 10. 12-2. 3:35 to go in the first. Kittner, wing three from the right. On its way. And it is good. 15-2 River Valley.
She can shoot it, Jake.
Yeah.
She might be one of the best shooters I've ever seen. Struggled a little bit against Marion Center, the other night, but bounced back in a big way so far tonight.
Now Cassidy Burkett trying to cut into this deficit. No good from the left side. Kittner awaits back court, goes up hard from the left. She's fouled on the way up. That'll go against Britton Meyer and she'll be at the line to shoot two when we come back. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. 15-2 Panthers the lead. On an IRMC High School basketball night, Renda Digital TV presented by Grand Beginnings Children's Center and Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
For no hassles with auto insurance, visit walbeckinsurance.com for an instant quote or call 724-479-9378.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
$15-2 River Valley with the lead. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Kennedy Kittner to the line to shoot a pair. Alongside Rick Spallone, Jake Slobodnik back with you in the S&T Bank broadcast booth, People Forward Banking. And Kittner already tonight with 5 points. Could add 2 more here. First one on its way, and it's good.
One thing I've noticed about her shot, Jake, there's not a ton of rotation on it. It's not a knuckleball, but it just kind of floats up. I mean, soft touch. Look, it's.
And second one right there, 17-2. Yeah, it's interesting the way she shoots. You'd think, you know, there might be a little bit of hesitation there, especially with how young she is, but nope, she is just ready to go. Opposite end corner three on the way by Bednarski. Initially rebounded by Knoll, but then Dunlap able to swat it out of play at 2:56, still 17-2. Panthers with the lead. And now a late substitution, Kendall Stankovic, a 5'4" sophomore, enters the game.
Coach Hudek's going 9 deep.
Yeah.
Already. Trying to find a lineup that can work.
Corner three by Meyer doesn't fall. Rebounded by Stankovic. Driving. Oh, nice spin move by Bednarski. Goes up. It's tipped out of her hands. Cole collides with Knoll, but she's able to maintain it. Perchetti pushes it up court. Lemania fakes, drives baseline left, goes up, contested shot, and it falls. It's 19-2. That is not an easy shot to make, Coach.
Nope. That's a tough shot. Tough player. She's made strides this year, too. Not that she played bad last year. Travel.
Bednarski inside. Yep, took one too many steps. That's a 6th turnover for Portage to River Valley's 1.
It's kind of what we talked about at the beginning of the game, Jake. Everything's kind of going River Valley's way, and Portage just is struggling just a little bit right now.
Lemania gets it across court. It was tipped. Able to land in Dunlap's hands. Corner three coming by Powell. In, then out. Dunlap fights for the rebound, but it's hauled in by Cassidy Burkett. They feed it up court. Bednarski driving right side. Oh, and she's stopped by Perchetti.
Just a good player doing good things, Jake. She does it offensively. She does it defensively. I said it against Marion Center. She's an extension of Coach Brown on the floor. Definition of it, floor general. You know, that's what you want out of your senior leader.
Bryn Burkett now on the floor for Portage, re-entering the game. The 5'8" sophomore forward. Inbound pass. It's going to work its way around to Cassidy Burkett up top.
Again, not to be critical, but that.
Now Bednarski with a three. There you go.
You're down 19-5. You know, you get an opportunity to put a ball in the air. You got to shoot it at this point.
Lemania will take it end to end. Goes up from the right. She's fouled. She'll return to the line.
Good aggressive take by Alicia.
That's one thing I'm noticing a lot of River Valley's game plan, and I know we've seen this all season long, the aggressiveness. They're not willing to back down, whether they're faced with a full court press or a half court trap, what have you.
Yeah, and that's what you do. You know, I've said to my guys or any team that I've ever coached, go to the hoop hard. I think of the officials' instinct is to call a foul. You know, I'm not saying that they're predetermined, but I just think it's human nature. You see somebody go in the hoop, you're going to blow the whistle. So just go to the hoop. Absorb the contact, try to get the N1. If not, go to the line and knock them both down.
Lemania puts up the second, and she's 2 for 2. It's 21-5 River Valley. 1:50 to go. River Valley 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Your first Commonwealth Bank quick stats. Looking to the right side, Portage with the basketball, trying to cut back into this deficit, down 21-5 with 97 seconds to go in the first. Bednarski takes a three, ring three from the right, and it sinks. 21-8.
I think Coach Brown went to that zone. They were having a lot of success.
Powell trying to answer back with a three. It's no good. Cole ripping away the basketball, and a tie-up. It'll go with Portage.
A lot of success when they're in that man, and I believe the last 2 possessions, Kendall Bednarski has 2 threes. So if Coach Brown maybe get out of that zone, go back to that pressure man-to-man defense. Well,
interestingly enough, it doesn't look like they will. The right side, Berta. She's got an open wing three from the right. Takes it. Too strong. Lemania fights for the rebound. It's a loose basketball in the paint. And a timeout taken by the Mustangs. We'll take one with them with 1:05 to go in the first quarter. 21-8 the score. River Valley out in front. It's an IRMC High School basketball night on Renda Digital TV.
And a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck and a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Mustangs will take it out of bounds with 65 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and then they turned it over. It was right to Kennedy Kittner. She's going to take it end-to-end, goes up from the left, shot, falls! Kennedy Kittner, not afraid of anything, makes it 23-8 River Valley.
I guess River Valley team even looks a little bit different than a regular season. They're attacking the hoop. They're finishing. They're moving the ball well. They're playing good defense.
Bednarski able to get a pass out to Stankovic. Work it down to the right corner. Bednarski fakes, drives baseline, dishes out. Berta fakes, drives inside, puts it up. And that'll sail over the moon and out of bounds. Coach Hudak thought that might have been tipped. Not to be. 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And credit Portage, they're taking it to the hoop too.
Yeah, yep, absolutely.
They're just not getting their shots to land, and now they look to stop River Valley down 23-8. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Dunlap brings it forecourt. Looks right wing for Perchetti inside, nothing doing. Takes a screen by Cole, pulls up three, too short. Goes right into Stankovic's hands, and now she's going to take it with 19 seconds left. Bringing it forecourt. Burkett, right side, Berta. Dishes inside Stankovic, ripped away by Lemania. 9 seconds, loose basketball, tie up, and it's going to go to the Panthers with 7.1 seconds.
Portage is a bad one. Yeah, they're not giving up. It's been a rough go so far, but I believe the last probably 3 minutes, they've played River Valley better. So, I mean, if you could have took that first 5 minutes away, unfortunately, you can't if you're Portage. You're probably in this game, but they're a bad one, and that's all you can ask for right now.
Lemania rolls the basketball inbound to Perchetti with 6 seconds to go. Cole sets a screen, opens the lane on the left, pulls up, shot, doesn't fall. Rebounded by the Mustangs, and the horn will sound, and we played a quarter of basketball. This is the second time that the River Valley Panthers and Portage Mustangs have met this season, and second time in a row the River Valley Panthers have held the Portage Mustangs to just 8 points in the first quarter. 23-8 after one, we're back with the second quarter on an IRMC High School Basketball Night, Renda Digital TV.
Valentine, you'll fall head over wheels for sweet savings of up to $9,000 off your new heartthrob. Forget the chocolates. Up to $9,000 off a brand new 7-passenger all-wheel drive Mitsubishi Outlander with tons of sweet features. Wow! Sweet savings and the sweetest warranty on the planet. Happy Valentine's Day from the Mitsubishi Giant 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona.
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
The River Valley Panthers lead Portage at the end of one. Alongside Rick Splone, Jake Slobodnik back with you in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. Our coverage tonight on Renda Digital TV, co-presented by Grand Beginnings Children's Center and by Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Coach, you alluded to it in the final minutes when River Valley reverted back to that zone defense. It got a little bit, not easier, but a little bit more balanced for Portage.
Yeah, and I think sometimes when you go zone, if you don't pressure the ball, I think everybody gets a little bit lazy in the zone. I try to avoid zone like the plague because of that reason. I think you just get a little bit lazy because you're not constantly moving and seeing the ball and seeing your man. I'd like River Valley, even if you're going to stay in the zone, just pressure the ball just a little bit more.
Mustangs get the basketball to start things off. They're going to work
go.
it up top, swiped away by Lemania. She's going to take it end-to-end up on the left, and it's good. 25-8, River Valley.
And again, those are possessions that didn't end in a shot. You fed River Valley's transition. You can't do it. I know it's easier said than done.
Bednarski in the right corner. That one's swiped away by Lemania. 10th turnover by the Mustangs. She takes it again, left side up and out of bounds on Portage. And now Maya Berta returns to the floor for the Mustangs. Dunlap will take it in the baseline left for River Valley. Coach Brown yelling to Morgan Cole, be ready. Inbound pass goes to Ava, tapped away. It'll go out of bounds on Portage.
I think they were trying to get Morgan and Ava on that baseline so Ava could get a seal for an easy layup.
Yeah, once Coach Brown kind of said get ready, that allowed Portage like, okay, they're going to throw it to her. Inbound pass tipped by Perchetti, no good. Cole fights for the rebound. They're going to say out of bounds or a foul?
I think it's out of bounds on Morgan. Yep, just good hustle play.
Turnover number 2 by the Panthers. 7:16 to go in the first half. 25-8 River Valley. Checking on the out-of-town scoreboard, the Penns Manor Comets with a 19-12 lead over Cambria Heights out in Patton. 3:38 to go in the first half there. Pass inside the paint, tip, recovered by the Mustangs. They work it right side. Berta looks for an opening, back up top. Cassidy Burkett down to the right corner. Berta. Not sure what happened there, but she's able to get it off Ava Perchetti's knee. It'll go out of bounds. And Berta will inbound it from the right corner. Inbound pass tipped by Kittner, but right into her counterpart's hands and Burkett. She pulls it mid-range J. It's good. 25-10. Mustangs within 15.
Just keep grinding, Portage. It's all you can do, right? Don't look at the scoreboard. Don't worry about anything. Play basketball. See if you can't get back into it.
Work up top to Lemania, nothing there. Steps back, looks inside. Dunlap double teamed at the top of the key. Lemania will take it right side this time. Step back three from the right wing. It's on its way too far to the left. Rebounded by Liana Bagby. They pass inside, able to get corralled by Burkett. She'll bring it forecourt. River Valley setting up on defense with a 15 lead under their belt. Bagby from the left, looks inside, right to Perchetti. 11th turnover by the Mustangs. Perchetti's going to take it herself from the left, and it's in, 27-10. If you're going to turn the ball over, one person you can't do that to is Ava Perchetti.
100%, Jake. And I think that's maybe 4 or 5 times that's happened. They kind of just threw it to open space or to a Panther, and they sent
leading
it down.
pass down low, out of bounds, way out of the reach of Bryn Burkett.
That's the right idea. That just has to have a little bit more touch on it. There's just a little too much pace. You know, you put some air underneath that ball, that's probably a catch and a layup.
5:47 to go here in the second quarter. 27-10, excuse me. River Valley out in front of Portage. Winner tonight moves on to the Heritage Conference Championship this Friday night as the road to the KCAC, presented by First Commonwealth Bank, reaches its final stop. And Ava Perchetti, a double team shot, able to get it in.
Jake, that move there is just understanding the situation. She came in, she was under control. Just with her, she's never puts herself in a position where she seems like she's out of control. You know, that was just a nice finish.
Look up top, Lemania breaks it up. Burkett able to get it in the backcourt. Looks to the right, Berta. Pulls up, three from the right wing. Might have been tipped, trailing out of bounds. Nice volleyball move by Knoll to keep that alive.
That's the first thing I thought of, Jake.
And now she's going to take a left wing three. No good. Cole with the rebound. I believe Peyton does play volleyball, so that makes sense. Right side, wing three by Lemania. No good. Had a little too much spin on it. Now near the far corner. Tie up. No, foul called. 3 Panthers in the vicinity, and a good job by Bagby to draw the whistle.
I like that kind of foul. You had a situation where you had him trapped. You're trying to get it still. You know, Coach Brown can't be too upset with that one. That's just a hustle foul.
Fouls on Kennedy Kittner. That's for second. She'll stay on the floor. Morgan Cole has a seat. Maddie Twincheck comes out for River Valley, her first look tonight. And Jada Irvin returning to the floor for Portage. As well as Britton Meyer. Work to the right for Bednarski. Look for Meyer. Intercepted, telegraphed. Dunlap with it. On the races from the right. Too hard off the backboard. Corralled by Bednarski. Numbers in favor of Portage. It's a 3-on-2. Twincheck comes out from behind and tips it free to break things up.
She's quick. She is. I've been able to see Maddie. You know, I coach her older brother Jake. So I've been around the family for a while. I've seen Maddie play since elementary school. She's always been one of the faster players I've ever seen.
Inbound pass goes up top to Bednarski. They'll regroup. 4:24 here in the first half. Bagby takes it right corner. They bring it back out. Kendall left for Meyer. Finds a crease inside from the right. Shot blocked. Oh, and then a late whistle. Very late. And Britton Meyer will go to the line to try to cut into this 19-point deficit.
And again, I think it's one of those situations where you go to the hoop hard, right? Instinct says foul. Go hard. Referee blows the whistle. You're shooting foul shots.
Fouls charged to Maddie Twincheck. That's her first. Meyer puts the first up. That one's no good. Portage now 0 for 3 from the free throw line.
Got to get the freebies, especially when you're down 19. You can't trade baskets, and you can't give up, you know, free throws.
Meyer looking to salvage one. Puts it up. And there she goes. She gets it. 29-11 the score. Perchetti not wasting any time. Brings it up. Head on three. Wide open. No good. Didn't balance herself. Too short. Bagby with the rebound. Burkett. She and Bagby will exchange passes. Liana will take it with a crease on the right. Wide open lay-in. No good. Rebounded by the Panthers. They push it up for Lemania. It's a 2-on-1. Inside look. Spin move from the right off the blast, and it's in.
Nice move by Alicia.
31-11. Panthers lead extended to 20 now with 3:43 to go here in the first half. Work it left. Meyer takes a long three. It's no good. Too far to the left. Twincheck, uncontested rebound.
That's a good shot if you're Portage. I understand that you're down 20, but you got to try to put the ball in the hoop.
Perchetti drives left off the glass. Too easy. 33-11. Cassidy Burkett, forecourt now for Portage. Working left, Irvin, pickpocketed inside. And then a reach and foul by Bagby. So a turnover, then a defensive foul at 3-11. And that'll bring up a timeout on the floor. 33-11, River Valley with the lead over Portage. We'll be back in 60 seconds on an IRMC high school basketball night. Renda Digital TV.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Back with you in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. River Valley, a commanding 33-11 lead over Portage. With just over 3 minutes to go here in the first half, alongside Rick Spallone, Jake Slobodnik rejoining you. Try to get a score update for you from Penns Manor, Cambria Heights. My iPad was set to this game for some reason. Lemania with the basketball, brings it forecourt. Looks to the left, Kennedy Kittner. Long three, no good. Foot race for the ball, and Burkett comes up with it. Perchetti tipped it free. Not the bounce she wanted, and the Portage Mustangs go back to work. 2:53 and counting here in the first half. They work it left corner for Irvin. Inside, Stankovic back up top. They work it right side for Meyer. Back up top, Bednarski with Lemania in her face looking for Irvin, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover number 14 by the Mustangs here tonight.
Jake, and like you said it earlier, I'm going to say 10, 11 of those are unforced, where they're just throwing it to either right to River Valley or out of bounds.
Manny brings it up, feeds it off to Perchetti. Looks for the opening on the left. Spins, step back, two. It's good.
They say guarantees in life, Jake. Death, taxes, and Ava Perchetti finishing when she goes with her left hand.
I'd have to agree with you there, Coach.
I don't know why teams don't force her. I'm not saying she can't go right, but you just can't let her get to her dominant hand.
Now she steals one away. 15th turnover, and then in the backcourt, turnover by the Mustangs. Well, turnover by the Panthers. Mustangs force it. Bednarski, three from the right. Twincheck comes down with the rebound. Now the Panthers go back to work. Lemania brings it forecourt. Offense sets up. Cole comes up from the left side. The handoff, though, to Perchetti. Might have been bumped.
Yep,
and a backcourt violation. That's number 4 in the turnover column for River Valley.
And that was close. It was tipped, but Ava controlled it enough in the front court before she went backcourt. So that it's close. It's boom, boom. That was a good call.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Brown didn't like it.
There are a lot of jokes that can be made about that, but I will refrain from that as Burkett brings it across forecourt. Left, they look for Irvin. 3-ball, too far to the right. Foot race for the basketball, and Stankovic comes down with it. Hits it off Cole's foot. That's a smart play there to try to keep this one alive.
Yep, 100%. Again, like I said, Portage isn't quitting. You know, it looks bleak right now, but, just keep shooting, keep clawing, see what happens.
Inbound pass goes up top, long three by Britton Meyer. Too short. Rebound. Stankovic able to stay with it. Brings it in. They look up top. Back to Meyer. Now to Bednarski. Tries getting around her. Counterpart, Lemania. Stopped underneath by Perchetti. It goes right to Burkett. Oh, another stop. Panthers get it. Twincheck locates the basketball. Feeds it. Lemania right side. Foul call.
That's great defense, in their transition. I'd actually like to see River Valley, I think any one of the girls on the floor right now, and you can include Kennedy, she's on the bench right now, But I think if any 5 of them get the offense or defensive rebound, I'd like to see them push the ball. They look for Ava a little bit too much, and I think they could get out and transition a little bit quicker if they would just push the pace instead of trying to get it to Ava to create for everybody else.
Lemania misses the first of 2. It's kind of hard to do, though, whenever Ava's essentially their bell cow. They work everything through her.
No doubt.
Second one on the way by Lemania also misses. Knoll fighting for the rebound, overcomes Perchetti for it. Ball's tipped right into Cole's hands, and she capitalizes. 37-11. That's why you never quit. Now the Mustangs with the basketball at a minute left to go here in this first half. Meyer looks inside, top of the key. Burkett, Knoll back up top. Bednarski fakes, finds a crease, loses the basketball, picked up by Dunlap. Oh, and Knoll tackles her to the ground. They're going to get her for that. Yeah, that's a dangerous type of play to make. Obviously, Knoll going for the basketball, but you look at the ankles, Achilles, and knees. That's a very dangerous play.
Marion seems okay.
Maya Berta and Jada Irvin returning to the floor for the Mustangs. 50 seconds to go here in the first half. 37-11, River Valley. Portage has yet to hold a lead here tonight. We're able to tie it once at 2. Lemania feeds it inside. Perchetti. Fader inside of the key, no good. Cole flies in for the rebound. Tips off a Mustang and goes out of bounds at 33.4. Perchetti, as the Panthers set up a box formation, wide open is Lemania, but she's going to spread the wealth. Work it over to Perchetti from the left side. It doesn't fall. And with the rebound is Maya Berta.
That's good unselfish basketball, but if I'm Alicia, you're wide open. You gotta let that fly.
Stankovic finds Knoll up top. Thought about a 3, works it to the left corner. Berta brings it around. 9 seconds to go. Burkett up top. Irvin loses it. Lemania, 3 seconds. She's putting on the Jets at the buzzer. Yes! What a way to end the first half. Lemania takes it to the opposite end. And it's 39-11, River Valley at the end of the first half. We'll be right back with our halftime report. We'll bring you a recap of the first 2 quarters, and we'll give you a look at the first half numbers. Our coverage tonight is presented by Grand Beginnings Children's Center, teaching children to shine since 1991, and by Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, the best place in town to take a leak. You got to take a leak, do one now. Do so now. Well, this is where the broadcast goes unhinged. Halftime report coming up next on an IRMC High School Basketball Night, Renda Digital TV.
Milk every moment.
Car, business, and your life all need to be insured against loss. With so many companies, whom do you choose? Someone you know and trust, someone who will sit down with you to discuss your particular needs. That someone is Mark Cable of the Mark Cable Insurance Agency. Mark represents Erie Insurance, a company highly esteemed in the insurance industry. When was the last time you had a comprehensive insurance review? Call Mark Cable of the Mark Cable Insurance Agency, 2 locations, Salzburg and Blairsville.
If you want to treat your taste buds to the best homemade Italian food, bring them to Rinaldi's Pizza Barn. Every Saturday is a different early bird special with dinner salad and garlic toast included, all for only $8.95. Their homemade Italian wedding soup is available for takeout. Enjoy one of Captain Kenny's desserts, always made fresh. Warm yourself up at the fireplace and enjoy the best homemade Italian food. Find all the yummy details on their Facebook page, Rinaldi's Pizza Barn.
The van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
$12,000 on a new F-150 at Luther Ford. At Luther Ford, buy a new 2024 F-150 4x4 XLT Super Crew full hybrid and save up to $12,000. Or buy a new 2024 Ford F-150 Super Duty 4x4 XLT Super Crew and save up to $8,000. Wow! And everyone qualifies. Luther Ford with 2 locations and twice the inventory. The savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Each new year also comes tax season. As a taxpayer, you want to make sure you're getting all the credits and deductions you deserve. H&R Block Tax Professionals in Salzburg have the most up-to-date tax knowledge and will work closely with you to review any changes to your life or tax code that could impact your taxes. Rest assured that your tax professional will leave no stone unturned to make sure you get all you have coming. Stop in to schedule an appointment at the H&R Block office in Salzburg at their new location, 233 Washington Street next to the pharmacy.
Back with you at halftime here at River Valley High School, and at the half, River Valley leading Portage 39-11, 2 more quarters away from their 3rd straight appearance in the Heritage Conference Championship. Alongside Rick Spallone, I'm Jake Slobodnik back with you. Let's take a look at this first half. River Valley started things off with a 2-0 lead. Portage then matched that a couple moments later. Since then, though, it's been all River Valley. They were able to extend their lead from 4-2 to 19-2 throughout the meat of the first quarter. Portage got a couple buckets back. They trailed 23-8 at the end of the first quarter. More balanced second quarter, I would say. River Valley, though, taking advantage of some opportunities as Portage committed 17 total turnovers at first half compared to River Valley's 4, and that allowed them to extend their lead 39-11 at the end of the first half. Coach, your first half thoughts?
I think it's the turnovers, Jake, and it's the fact that Portage's turnovers have literally led to direct points for River Valley. It'd be different if you were turning it over, but then you came down and you get a stop on defense. So that's the biggest takeaway for me, is just the fact that River Valley's executing well on defense. They're converting their opportunities into easy buckets on the other end, and Portage is just struggling a little bit to get anything going.
We'll take a timeout, come back with the first half numbers. It is an IRMC High School Basketball Night coverage of the Heritage Conference Semifinals presented by Grand Beginnings Children's Center and Joyce Plumbing and Heating. At the half, the River Valley Panthers 39, Portage 11 on Renda Digital TV.
Hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Pizza wants to thank the community for making their opening a success and strives each day to meet and exceed customer satisfaction. Customers are loving their new stuffed crust pizza, 1 topping for just $14.99. Lunch specials are only $10.99. Dine in our carryout and take out a large 1-topping pizza for just $11.99. Have a drink from Vocelli's Coffee Bar, your choice of iced, nitro, or tea, at the corner of 10th and Oakland Ave, Indiana. Make it a Vocelli Pizza Day.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
Day say I love you with something unforgettable. Luxembourg's Jewelers at the Indiana Mall is your destination for heartfelt gifts. Make a lasting impression with dazzling diamonds, gorgeous bracelets, stunning earrings, or choose from 2 of their breathtaking heart pendants. Sterling silver, created ruby heart, surrounded by radiant white topaz, or a sterling silver, black spinel heart, framed by dazzling white topaz. Regularly $119, Valentine's special $59.50 each at Luxembourg's Jewelers in the Indiana Mall.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Ready for the third quarter of action between River Valley Portage. The Panthers with a 39-11 lead over the Mustangs. Quickly, let's take a look at the first half numbers. Ava Perchetti leading all scores with 14 points. Alicia Lamania following in with 10, 9 points for Kennedy Kittner, 4 from Morgan Cole, 2 from Aaron Dunlap. For Portage, they are led with 6 points by Kendall Bednarski, 2 each for Cassidy Burkett and Bryn Burkett, 1 point for Britton Meyer. From the free throw line, Portage is 1 of 4, and River Valley is 6 of 8. We'll take a timeout. Third quarter of action coming your way next on an IRMC High School Basketball Night. Renda Digital TV.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
A van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Ready for the third quarter between River Valley and Portage. Alongside Rick Spallone, Jake Slobodnik back with you. 39-11 the score for River Valley and Portage. Glad to have you along. Tomorrow night, it'll be the boys' semifinals. I'll be on the road with the Homer Center boys and Portage boys from the Len Chapel Gymnasium. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock with that semifinal game. The other semifinal game tomorrow night, Conomowoc Township and West Shamokin. Todd Marino will have the call for you. You can watch both games for free on Renda Digital TV. Thanks to our great presenting sponsors such as Grand Beginnings Children's Center and Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, who have generously donated enough to sponsor tonight's stream, as well as all of our fantastic sponsors here tonight. Getting you set. River Valley, I think, would love nothing more than to maybe send this one into the Mercy Roll and get to the KCAC a little bit quicker, I would say.
Yep, you want to get this one out of the way, get out of it healthy. Maybe get some people off the bench in, and like you said, Jake, sit back. Maybe catch the end of the Penns Manor game, see who you're going to play, and spend the next couple days putting a game plan together.
Panthers with the basketball to start it off. Perchetti and Kittner will exchange passes up top. Panthers setting up a little low. Perchetti comes up from the right wing, finds a crease. Looks for an open man, looks to the left side. Dunlap corrals it, brings it back up top for Lamania. Looking to the left side. Back up top, Kittner, wide open 3 on the way. No good. Burkett with the rebound, and here come the Mustangs. Stampeding up court. Bednarski inside the paint. Little finger roll, and that one looks good.
Good take.
39-13. Mustangs start the second half off with a bucket.
From Coach Hudak, I just want to see the compete level. Just go out there, give it your all. Do not give up on this game or your teammates.
Nice no-look pass inside. They're going to work it down to Cole in the post. Shot Too short. Dunlap able to overcome 2 Mustangs for the rebound, then she draws the foul. Coach, getting off your point, I've watched Portage basketball for years, even since they were dominant in the West Pack, and they always pretty much were, and especially when Coach Hudak was leading the way. And one of the things I've noticed is no matter where they are in a basketball, trailing by 3 or 30, they're always going to fight to the last buzzer, and you love to see that in a basketball team.
Yep, 100%. And I think it says a lot about the respect.
3 ball by Dunlap, bang, it's in!
That the respect that the players have for a coach. When you're down like that and you keep battling and working hard. So, that's a testament to Coach Hudak. He's been around. He got his, 300th win last year.
Yeah.
He's definitely doing something right, and the girls love playing for him.
Benarski looking up top, sends it into the backcourt, and that'll be a turnover for the Mustangs. They're 18th of the game. They finished that first half with 17 mistakes.
Just to piggyback off, I love when I get the opportunity to do these games because I get to watch the coaches a little bit more. And Portage had an unforced turnover, but instead of Coach Hudak yelling or making it a big deal, he took it as a teaching moment. Said, hey, a little bit more on the pass. Those are good things.
Right side for Perchetti. Picks up her basketball inside the arc, dishes it up top to Kittner. Yeah, I've learned that lesson. I am an assistant coach for a travel softball team as Bagby able to pickpocket Dunlap, puts it up from the right side, and it's in for the 5th River Valley turnover. A good job by Bagby to finish that off 42-15. But as I was saying, I'm an assistant coach for a travel softball team, and still trying to find my footing as a coach. I tend to peak a little bit in terms of volume, but I'm learning. The players respond more if you just talk to them, and you ask them what they did wrong. I'm sure as a coach you understand that too.
100%. It was a learning curve last year, no doubt about it.
Ball's out of bounds on River Valley.
And I do think, and sometimes, and I completely forget, they're still kids.
Oh, yeah.
They're sometimes emotions are all over. They might have bombed the test or,
break up high school.
So sometimes, you forget that they're kids, and, you got to be a teacher just as much as you're a coach.
Yeah. That's the part of the coaching is being a mentor, not, you're not just out there to win games.
Yep.
They work it up top. Burkett looks inside, nothing there. She's going to take it herself. Dribbles around 3 defenders, almost completed it, but Perchetti gets the rebound. They feed it up court to Lemania. Nice located pass up off the right side, and she's going to draw a whistle and go to the line for 2.
Jake, if I was playing on this River Valley team, as soon as the other team shoots it, I'm sprinting 100 miles an hour to the other side of the floor. Ava's going to find you. You could score 20 points a game just by running the floor.
Fouls on Britton Meyer. That's her 4th of the game. I didn't realize anybody was that close. Lemania to the line. Front end is good. And Kendall Stankovic will re-enter the floor in for Meyer, who will probably see her minutes limited. Second on its way by Lemania is good. 44-15. With the basketball, Burkett feeds it to Bagby, inside to Burkett. Up, blocked, and out of bounds on Ava Perchetti.
That'd be like her 4th or 5th block probably tonight.
Has to be. Again, I've said this several times when you and I have called games. I wish we had like stat crew or sidearm or something like that, advanced collegiate stats to really count that. Inside, turnover, number 19 by the Mustangs. Perchetti with it. Nice Euro step, reverse underneath, no good. Tipped out of bounds, and Cole able to break her fall. Stankovic there to laugh it off with her. Dunlap will take it out from the baseline right, or baseline left, excuse me. Dunlap inbounds to Lemania, back out to the corner. They're going to work it back to Kittner. Tripped up, she's able to get it though. Nice ball control. Feeds it inside Lemania. Quick dish to the left corner for Dunlap. Her shot no good. Stankovic chases it down.
Just a kind of counter that what we were just talking about with Ava playing the quote-unquote big on defense. That might be the one area that River Valley might struggle somewhere down the road, is if they get a team that has, a 5'11" and a 6-footer, a bigger team that will slow it down and try to beat you up inside. But River Valley can count with their outside shooting.
Lemania, corner 3, it's in. 47-15.
So it would be interesting to see if they would get into a game against even Penn's Manor with Ali Mumwa. You know, she's a taller girl. She plays physical. But if there was another big.
Shot by Bednarski. Might have been a pass. Stankovic up and fouled underneath.
Because that has been one thing that I've noticed in the Marion Center game a little bit, even a little bit tonight. There's some times where River Valley can get out rebounded. I've talked to Coach Brown about it.
We have a timeout on the floor, Coach. We'll pick that back up when we come back. 47-15, River Valley with the lead over Portage. It's an IRMC High School basketball night. Rent a digital TV.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Up to $12,000 on a new F-150 at Luther Ford. At Luther Ford, buy a new 2024 F-150 4x4 XLT Super Crew full hybrid and save up to $12,000. Or buy a new 2024 Ford F-150 Super Duty 4x4 XLT Super Crew and save up to $8,000. Wow! And everyone qualifies. Luther Ford with 2 locations and twice the inventory. The savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
3:55 to go in the third quarter. Coach, I don't know what you're doing.
I just had to, my brother-in-law and another good friend of mine, I just saw him up in the corner. It's just a weird thing we did with one another.
Stankovic at the line from Portage misses the first. 47-15, River Valley with the lead. Those who don't know what I'm talking about, Coach had his finger on his nose staring directly across the gym, so I thought it was like some sort of ritual. Second one on its way, no good. Cole with the rebound.
But back to the rebound, talking to Coach Brown, he said he's been a little bit concerned with his weak side rebounding when they're in the zone. So again, if they would play a bigger team, I don't know if that would give them some headaches. But with the speed that they have, they might be able to pull a team out and make bigs guard guards. And
there's Perchetti from the left side. Shot doesn't fall. And then a tie up at the other end. It stays with Portage. And piggybacking off your point, I think that's something that they're going to see more of as they evolve into the district playoffs, maybe even the state playoffs. And you look at some of these teams in AAA, and I'm just going off of the district playoffs. Let me pull it up here. I mean, obviously, River Valley's on top. Central Cambria has some height. Cambria Heights, who trailing to Penn's Manor right now, 35-27 at the end of 3. And just some other schools, Richland, too, who River Valley beat twice this year as Kittner comes up with another steal. Knocked out. Oh, wow, what a nice play by Stankovic. 6th turnover by the Panthers. Keep it up court. Knoll on the left side. 2:47 to go. And a foul up top. Lemania reach and foul on Knoll.
And getting way ahead. River Valley will have a new challenger in AAA as far as the state level goes. I believe defending AA champion Greensburg Central Catholic.
Kennedy Catholic.
They moved from 4 down to Greensburg Central Catholic is AAA this year. So that's another to throw in with Shadyside Academy. I believe Avonworth. There's some really strong Whitfield schools in AAA.
That Greensburg Central Catholic team rostering Jayla Peterson, who will actually be a teammate at Richmond with Ava Perchetti.
Yes.
As Cole's able to save that one, and River Valley goes back to work. Now the other Richmond Spider, Ava Perchetti. Step back, wing 3 from the right. No good, too far on a line. And rebounded by Berta, and the Mustangs go back to work. So it'd be interesting to see just, if those two teams can meet, whether it's the state championship or just at any point this year. You got future teammates at college, an Indiana County name in the Peterson. I believe she's the niece of Otto Peterson, longtime Indiana basketball coach. Noel goes up underneath, no good. Berta with it. And Jayla's not small. She is, obviously being recruited D1. She's got some height to her, ability as well. Looking inside, Stankovic pulls up, medium depth from the left baseline, no good. Cole comes down with a rebound. Able to get it out to Ava. Minute 17. Dribbles, open clearing from the right, shot doesn't fall, follows her rebound, but it goes to Knoll. Work it right for Berta at a minute. Step back three from the right corner. Good.
Why not? Like I said, at this point, you might as well leave it all on the floor.
Yeah. Berta is the word, apparently. 47-18. Panthers still lead. Under a minute to go at 50 seconds. Lamania takes it up top. A little bit of a clearing on the left. Goes up against Knoll. She's fouled underneath.
Alicia is not afraid to use her left hand. She uses it really well. She has that nice little floater, soft touch when she gets within like 5-6 feet of the rim.
Clock's still rolling at 30 seconds. And they're going to shut it off at 27 seconds so Lamania can shoot. First of two, no good. Maddie Twincheck onto the floor. Rarity here.
I'll never understand that, the mercy rule. I understand the mercy rule, but the clock will run. That ball I've seen roll out into a hallway, and the clock will continue to run, but they'll stop it while they're shooting a foul shot.
Tie up underneath after the second shot misses. It'll stay with River Valley at 22 seconds. Couple subs for Portage.
See, all this time, substitutions coming in, coming out. It continues to run, but for some reason, when you're shooting a free throw.
I mean, if you're River Valley, you're not really opposed to it because you have a comfortable lead. 8 seconds here in the quarter. They feed it up court to Berto. Bit of a clearing, goes up hard from the right, bounces off Twincheck, and a foul called. And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. River Valley up 47-18. One more quarter to go before they get back to the KCAC. They're going to shoot these two for Berta before the quarter breaks, so we'll keep it right here. Try to end this quarter on a positive note. First one on its way, no good. Berta at the line once again. Second one up, and the second one is good. 47-19, they're going to put .3 on the clock, and that'll do it for the third quarter. River Valley still holding a big lead, 47-19 at the end of three. It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center high school basketball night. Renda Digital TV.
Valentine, you're gonna fall head over wheels for sweet little payments of only $45 a week. Forget the chocolates. Mirage and G4 at only $45 a week will satisfy any sweet tooth. Sweet discounts, sweet little payments, sweet gas mileage, and the sweetest warranty on the planet. Happy Valentine's Day from the Mitsubishi Giant 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona.
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
Here we go, final 8 from River Valley High School, 47-19. The River Valley Panthers with the lead over the Portage Mustangs. Alongside Rick Splone, I'm Jake Slobodnik joining you once again as the River Valley girls are 8 minutes away from going back to the KCAC for the third consecutive year. They'll take on either Penns Manor or Cambria Heights. The Comets with a 36-26 lead over the Highlanders, 6:40 to go in that game. And I think that would be the third straight year that would be.
I was just going to ask. I thought that, but I think 3 years ago, it was River Valley and Homer because they both went to the state championship.
That's right, it was, yep. You have a better memory than I do. Here we go, final fourth quarter, final 8 to go. Panthers up 47-19. Mercy roll still intact inside. They're going to work it back out to Berta. Drives, baseline right, shot, swirls, in, then out. And it's corralled by Kennedy Kittner, loses it, but Twincheck's there to bail her out. Quickly gets it to Ava Perchetti. Looked like she was going to shot put it up court, but she'll just hang on to it.
Just looking at Portage's roster, I don't know where they sit in the district standings. I don't think their season would be over.
They're about number 5 and 2,
so they got some things to play for the rest of the year. But just looking at their roster, they only have one senior. Build off of this year, you know, they're an up-and-coming program.
Step back, corner three by Ava from the left side, no good. Loose basketball picked up by the Mustangs. Bednarski's going to push it up court from the right on the breakaway. Shot doesn't fall. Perchetti's there for the board. And yeah, that's one thing that Portage always has. They're able to retool quickly. They're not able to, they don't go into long rebuilds. As Lamania takes it from the baseline left and puts it in, make it 49-19.
Well, I think a lot of the girls that play for Lance are in that AAU program, but I think Johnstown, I can't remember the name of it right
Blue
now.
Thunder,
I think you're right. So they probably play almost year-round, and it shows with, like you said, the product they put on the floor year in and year out.
Step back three by Berta from the left wing. Shot doesn't fall. Bednarski takes it on the hop. Ball almost poked free by Ava, but a foul. And got a little too much of Eden Myers' arm. Myers entered that game for the first time late last quarter. A freshman guard/forward at 5'8". And now Kennedy Cole onto the floor for River Valley. Britton Meyer, a late add for Portage. Inbound pass right to Berta, goes up, and then a foul underneath.
It's on, might be on Maddie Twincheck.
And they're gonna say it was on Twincheck. I believe that's her third. Whoa.
There's one critique I could have of Maddie. She's 100 miles an hour all the time. That I think if she would just kind of, I'm not saying not to be aggressive, but if she would just kind of slow down. She's a freshman. Maybe the game, she's just not processing it as slow as she probably would like to. That's probably her one bugaboo is, and it's a great thing. You know, I mean, she's you know, pedal to the metal, but sometimes I think she just got to slow down. And, you know, she's going to develop into a really good basketball player, too.
Berta puts up the second. Both of them good. It's 49-21. Panthers still out in front. Bruschetti rolling left. Finds Twincheck. Cut off in traffic. Back up top. Dunlap. Now the crease opens from the center lane off the glass and rolls around and good. 51-21. Still a 30-point lead by the Panthers. 5:33 to go here in the game. Berta drives right lane, puts up a floater, no good. Dunlap fighting for the rebound. Bruschetti now, and she's able to haul it in. Feeds it up court to Kennedy Cole, an open lane from the left. Goes up,
nice.
Bucket, and the foul.
What I would do right now if I'm Coach Brown is I maybe put a 5 on the floor that would be coming back next year.
Yeah.
See how they play, right? Put them in this situation. Obviously, they're not going to lose the game. But put 5 on the floor, you know, get Ava out there and just see how those 5, you know, can work together, because you never know. You know, freaky things happen. You know, you might foul trouble, whatever. You might have to play 3-4 minutes without Ava at some point just to see what would happen.
Ava loses the ball on the way back up. 53-21 as Cole goes 1 for 2. And I agree with the rolling clock. You know, if it gets too out of hand, you can put maybe some of your starters back in. Maybe not all of them, but just try to work some other people in. Irvin inside. Back up top to Bednarski. To the right. Here's Berta. Fakes right. Picks up her dribble. Bednarski dishes off to the right. Here's Meyer. Looking inside. Loses the basketball. And Lemania picks it up. Tries getting a pass up to Lemania. She was fouled. Nothing called. And here comes Berta up. Right side for Bednarski. Feeds it up top. Irvin. Long 3 on the way. Shot too hard off the backboard. Twincheck able to save it. Baseball pass up court to Lemania. That was a perfect pass from the left. Oh, and Lemania can't cap off the reverse. Irvin, nice spin move as she brings it across. Dishes right. Tipped by Twincheck, but right into Berta's hands. Opens the lane, and then she's fouled inside by Bruschetti. And that'll be her third. And yeah, if I'm Coach Brown, this is where I really look to the bench.
Yep. Because minus Ava, the 4 other girls on the floor are underclassmen returning next year.
Yep.
It's maybe you throw, you know, Kennedy Kittner out on the floor. Just like I said, just to see, get used to it. You know, you're not going to have that luxury next year.
Final media break of the game. 53-21. Panthers out in front of the Mustangs. We're back in 60 seconds on Renda Digital TV.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
For no hassles with auto insurance, visit walbeckinsurance.com for an instant quote or call 724-479-9378.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
3:43 to go in this game. 53-21. Panthers with the lead over the Mustangs. Portage has it on their end. Taking it inside. Burkett finds an opening to the lane. No good. Dunlap with the rebound. Here comes Perchetti. 3:30 to go in the game. Step back. 3. Head on by Ava. No good. Knoll with the rebound. Overcoming twin check. They feed it up court. Bednarski. She's got 3 defenders on her. Poked free by Lemanian. She has no choice but to let that one roll out. She was trying to formulate in her head how she could keep that one alive. But
you know, I'd go after it. Either way, Portage is getting the ball. Maybe the referee misses it, but no, good hustle back by Alicia.
Inbound pass to the right side. Burkett, right side, long 3 coming. It's off the top of the backboard. And Lemania takes it. A shot taken by Liana Bagby. And then Knoll almost ripped it away, but the Panthers corral it at 2:50.
Shoot. Sorry, forgot I was on a radio, not a fan. I apologize.
Goes off center of the key, it's good. 55-21. Left side, Bednarski, long 3 from the left. No good, almost hit it though. Bagby with the rebound, goes up hard, and the shot blocked by Twin Check. It'll go out of play. Haley Artley onto the floor for the first time tonight for River Valley. And Stankovic back on for Portage, as well as Joanna Knoll, a freshman 5'7" guard forward. And now we have another addition for River Valley, Carolyn Clausen, 5'6" senior forward. Lemani and Perchetti come off, and they get a big ovation. Inbound pass goes to Knoll up top. Bednarski loses the basketball. Cole almost picked it up. Knoll's right there to get it. Now both teams tie it up. Held ball, and will go with the Panthers. Turnover number 22 by the Mustangs tonight.
That's good hustle by Kennedy. You know, make the most of the minutes. When you're on that floor, leave it all on that floor. You know, coaches remember that. You know, she's actually got a pretty decent run here, the majority of the 4th quarter. You know, Coach Brown has high hopes for her. You know, we've had some conversations, and she's one of the players that he's mentioned numerous times.
Cole with a 3 from the right. It's no good. Artley with the rebound. The putback, no good. She gets it again. The 3rd time doesn't fall. And Cole keeps it alive. Dunlap, 3 from the left. It was blocked. Loose basketball. Goes into Clausen's hands off the backboard. No good. 5 missed shots by the Panthers. Doesn't matter with a minute left. They lead 55-21 on the opposite end. Knoll fires up a 3. It's no good. Myers tries keeping it alive, but tips it to Cole. 55 seconds. Kennedy pushing it up court, beats her men, goes up from the right, it's no good. Clausen with the rebound. That one doesn't fall. Loose ball, and Twin Check has it to the right side. Dunlap loses it. Just the 8th turnover by the Panthers. Look it up court. Ava Offman off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Twin Check. She's got free real estate in front of her to the left. 32 seconds, up from the left, off the glass and in. And a timeout by River Valley. 28 seconds to go in this one. We'll take 30 seconds. 57-21. Well, nope, it's just a substitution one, so we'll have to wait. 57-21. Panthers with the lead. Stay tuned. Coming up after this one, we'll get Coach Brown and our top scorer of the day, which looks to be Alicia Lemania. 17 points. They work to Offman on the left. 19 seconds. They work it to the right. Knoll goes up hard from the right. Shot doesn't fall. The putback also fails. And almost coming away with it. Tie up, 4 seconds. And that's it. The horn will sound 30 straight years at the KCAC of the River Valley Panthers. They will meet up with either Penns Manor or Cambria Heights in the Heritage Conference Championship. Our final tonight, 57-21. It's an IRMC high school basketball night, presented by Grand Beginnings Children's Center and Joyce Plumbing and Heating on Renda Digital TV.
A van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Milk every moment.
Car, business, and your life all need to be insured against loss. With so many companies, whom do you choose? Someone you know and trust, someone who will sit down with you to discuss your particular needs. That someone is Mark Cable of the Mark Cable Insurance Agency. Mark represents Erie Insurance, a company highly esteemed in the insurance industry. When was the last time you had a comprehensive insurance review? Call Mark Cable of the Mark Cable Insurance Agency, 2 locations, Saltsburg and Blairsville.
Pizza wants to thank the community for making their opening a success and strives each day to meet and exceed customer satisfaction. Customers are loving their new stuffed crust pizza, 1 topping for just $14.99. Lunch specials are only $10.99. Dine in our carryout and take out a large 1-topping pizza for just $11.99. Have a drink from Vocelli's Coffee Bar, your choice of iced, nitro, or tea, at the corner of 10th and Oakland Ave, Indiana. Make it a Vocelli Pizza Day.
Valentine's Day, say I love you with something unforgettable. Luxembourg's Jewelers at the Indiana Mall is your destination for heartfelt gifts. Make a lasting impression with dazzling diamonds, gorgeous bracelets, stunning earrings, or choose from 2 of their breathtaking heart pendants. Sterling silver, created ruby heart, surrounded by radiant white topaz. Or a sterling silver, black spinel heart, framed by dazzling white topaz. Regularly $119, Valentine's special $59.50 each at Luxembourg's Jewelers in the Indiana Mall.
Sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Back with you on the postgame show. The final score tonight, the River Valley girls punch their ticket back to the Heritage Conference Championship and the road to the KCAC, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. Final score tonight, 57-21. Portage trailed. They trailed 2-0 early in this game, tied it up at 2, and from then on out, River Valley just kept their foot on the gas pedal, leading 23-8 after 1, 39-11 at the end of 2. They were able to get the mercy roll late in the 3rd quarter. They led after that frame 47-19, and then they just cruised to a 57-21 victory over the Portage Mustangs. And the biggest thing tonight, turnovers. Portage committed 22 mistakes, while River Valley committed just 8. You give or take 2 of those, just some, ill-advised passes throughout, and that is kind of the tail of the tape for tonight's game. We're expecting Coach Rick Brown and our leading scorer, Alicia Lemania, in just a little bit. And we talk about our leading scorers. Alicia Lemania finished with 17 points on the night, was also 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Ava Perchetti with 16 points. No 3-pointers. That's interesting. I thought for sure she'd at least have 3, but no, she finishes everything inside the arc. And 9 points with Kennedy Kittner, 7 points from Aaron Dunlap as a team. River Valley shot 8 of 12 from the free throw line. No one in double figures for Portage, 8 points. Kendall Bednarski leads the way. Coach, you look at this one. It was just cut and dry. River Valley was the decimating force in this one.
Yep, and that's what they've done all year, Jake. We talked about it a little bit before the Penns Manor. They've just been doubling up everybody. I'm going to hop off so you can talk to Coach and Alicia here.
All right. Try to get the camera on them here in just a second. Talk with Coach. Well, yeah, Coach Brown is having a post-game snack. We'll get Alicia on here. Don't ask you hard questions. I'll be lucky if I can ask any questions after this. I mean, I don't know what questions to ask. This one, when you guys were in control early on this entire game, Alicia, what was just working for you guys? Was it just the preparation that went into this one? Just what was working?
I definitely say the preparation, and I feel like we didn't think as much as we normally do, because if we think really hard, then we normally mess up. So I think we just played our game, our RV basketball, like we always do. We came out with a win.
I tell you what, that zone defense was working well with you guys, and I know we're used to seeing you guys go man-to-man throughout the entire year. But the zone defense tonight was really working because you held every Portage Mustang under double figures tonight in scoring. That's not easy to do because they're always a tough team. Yeah, I definitely agree. They've been really tough the past couple years as well. But we definitely started working on our zone defense a lot, 2-1-2, 3-2. And I feel like it's worked a lot better for us in man because we got beaten man our cutters to go back doors and stuff. And we weren't really well. We didn't really do well catching up with that. So our zone defense has definitely gotten a lot better throughout the season. We're going to keep running it against other teams. Third year in a row, you guys are going to compete for the Heritage Conference Championship at the KCAC. I mean, what's that feeling like? You guys get another chance and a chance at redemption too at the KCAC after losing last year. What's that feeling like, able to get back? Everyone's so pumped and ready to win. We're going to bring another title home, and yeah. What's it like playing at the KCAC? Because I can only see it from the concourse when we're calling it, but as a player, how different can it be when you're under those bright lights and the gym is just packed? What's it like playing there? Well, the atmosphere is crazy. It's definitely a lot different since it's a college court. But I feel like we get used to it by the second half, but it definitely is a big adjustment. It seems like you guys are going to go up against Penns Manor. They lead right now against Cambria Heights late in that fourth quarter. Another year you guys are going to face Penns Manor 3 times in a season. I mean, it's got to get old maybe planning for these teams, but you've ran into Penns Manor twice. What can you tell us about them and what they bring to the court? They're a very strong team. They get a lot of rebounds, so we're definitely going to have to box out, put our butts into someone. But if we just play our best basketball, I feel like we're going to come out with a win. Let me ask you this. What is the best basketball River Valley can play? I hear a lot of players say we got to play our best basketball. To you, what is that best basketball? Just teamwork, working together, make sure our shots fall, and chasing our rebounds, and just listening to our coach and their plans. Alicia, congratulations on this win. Best of luck Friday night. We'll be there alongside you as you go for another Heritage Conference Championship. Good luck to you then. Congrats on the win tonight. Thank you. That's Alicia Lamania. We'll hand it off to Coach Rick Brown as he finishes munching on his cookie there. Hand that to him. Well, Coach, first things first, how was that cookie? It looked delicious.
Cookie was fantastic. That's the first calories I ate today, by the way. I was all healthy outside of that cookie, just so for the record.
Well, alongside the cookie, I mean, victory is sweet, especially when you can punch your ticket to your 3rd straight appearance in the Heritage Conference Championship game. You look at the overall season, how far you guys have come, especially from last year. I mean, what does it say about this team that they're able to get back into the KCAC, compete for that Heritage Conference Championship, and with a dominant win like this over Portage?
Well, again, I think it's just team. We're more committed to the team than we ever have been. So, I think if you ask Ava, she probably isn't real happy with the way she shot the ball. It wasn't Ava-like. But then someone always steps up. You got 4 other people that step up. So, Lamani, I thought, was fantastic. Marin hit some key bucket. Powell did her thing early on, running the floor, getting those transition layups. Then she'll hit a couple threes, and even she was off a little bit. Usually she comes off that 50 and she gets that little step back. She's hitting it. Morgan finished. That's all I want from her. Get some rebounds. She can have 7 to 10 rebounds. That really helps us, especially on the offensive boards. But we want to keep them off the defensive boards as well. So I thought she did a good job. And then, like I said, Lamani controlled the pace. Great defense. What we've been working on is that skip pass. If you're taking everything else away, they're throwing that skip in that zone. I want them to be aggressive and go get it. So I thought Powell did it a couple times. Lamani was really great at it. Then Marin got one too. And Morgan was ready for it. And if Ava can control that middle, that was our focus, was defense. We wanted to keep them really under 20 was kind of our goal. So we didn't get that. I thought we played a little bit tired in the second half. We didn't look good, didn't make a lot of shots, made some poor decisions, forced some shots and stuff. So we'll clean that up. We got 3 days to clean that up. I'm guessing Penns Manor, they were starting to pull away by 14. So, Yeah, so we'll be ready for them, and we're excited to play them. We're excited to get back, and like I said, it's my 5th time there. I got to win at least 2. You know, you would think I can get 2. So we'll be ready. But I know Jason will have something up his sleeve. He likes to kind of double wave. If he does that, then we got people to kind of, attack. And I learned my lesson. You know, we missed some layups, and I think I stalled a little too early, took us out of rhythm at Penn's Manor. So I got to be better as well.
When you get to the KCAC, everything changes. Aside from the 0-0 mentality, brighter lights, a wider atmosphere, just an overall different feeling. From your point of view, how challenging can that be, especially when you're riding this wave of success like you are? I mean, is there really any major challenges whenever you play in a different venue like that?
Well, it's just shooting, with that no background. That's kind of the key there is, they've got people that can make the shots and adjust better. You only get 1 hour up there like on Thursday, so you got to take advantage of it. But it's just hard. Every gym you play in outside of West Shamokin, you got background, and you're there, and that's why they're such low-scoring games. So, we try to focus. If you're smart, you're going to try to shoot some more corner shots, right? Because then you at least have bleachers and people behind you at least breaking it up. Where you're trying to look through the glass this way, it's a little bit tough. But we got to make some shots. We're ready if he wants to double wave. We're not going to hold the ball on the foul line this time. We'll attack against that 2 people back or 1 people back, and we're going to make all those layups. So we got to be ready. We got to adjust. But I think for us, it's just being there 3 times in a row. Experience, and I know it's their 2nd time in a row. But experience, maybe leaning on our side. We have people that have been there. This is their 3rd time, so hopefully that plays into it. But we got to be ready. We got to clean up some stuff on defense. I thought we got a little lackadaisical. We point out shooters. We pointed out 21, and she hits 2 in a row. We pointed out 15 the other night against West Shamokin. She buried 7 of them. Like, that's just unexcusable. You got to understand who's the shooter and get out on her. Thought we did a little better the 2nd half, but you can't let somebody come down that's a shooter and hit 2, 3 in a row. That was just god-awful. West Shamokin, it was terrible, so they heard about it yesterday, and we'll clean that up.
Well, Coach, congratulations on this win. The stakes are going to be higher, and I know you guys are you're on a quest for that state title. Really all starts Friday night when you guys are back at the KCAC. Can't wait to see what you guys can do. And, it'll be here before you know it, too. That's the hardest thing is you think you have such a short amount of time, but then it feels even shorter.
Yeah, and then it's just hard to, focus. Like today I was pretty good. I start early on game days because I usually lose focus in the afternoon. I start wanting to watch some film and more film, and I think I watch too much film sometimes trying to pick up tendencies. But anyways, we'll be ready to go. We're excited. We're very fortunate. We're blessed to be there, and we're going to work the next 3 days to get better.
Coach, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, guys. God bless you.
All right, that's Rick Brown. We'll see him Friday night at the KCAC for the Heritage Conference Championship. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with final thoughts from River Valley High School as the River Valley girls punch their ticket to the Heritage Conference title with a 57-21 win over the Portage Mustangs. It's an IRMC High School basketball night. Renda Digital TV.
Hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
It's a true treasure in Blairsville, a style of eating that's rare, and that's the diner experience. Dean's Diner on Route 22 captures the mood and atmosphere of the old-fashioned family-style eating of the off-road diner. Scrumptious home-style meals you remember growing up with, capped off with Dean's Diner's famous assortment of homemade pies. Why not stop in after the game? Open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Dean's Diner, Route 22, Blairsville, the classic diner eating experience.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
A van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
To $12,000 on a new F-150 at Luther Ford. At Luther Ford, buy a new 2024 F-150 4x4 XLT Super Crew full hybrid and save up to $12,000. Or buy a new 2024 Ford F-150 Super Duty 4x4 XLT Super Crew and save up to $8,000. Wow! And everyone qualifies. Luther Ford with 2 locations and twice the inventory. The savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Car, business, and your life all need to be insured against loss. With so many companies, whom do you choose? Someone you know and trust, someone who will sit down with you to discuss your particular needs. That someone is Mark Cable of the Mark Cable Insurance Agency. Mark represents Erie Insurance, a company highly esteemed in the insurance industry. When was the last time you had a comprehensive insurance review? Call Mark Cable of the Mark Cable Insurance Agency, 2 locations, Saltsburg and Blairsville.
Back with you for a final time from River Valley High School. Congratulations to the River Valley girls who move on to the Heritage Conference Championship Friday night as the road to the KCAC presented by First Commonwealth Bank makes its final stop. 57-21, the win over Portage tonight. And want to extend our congratulations to the Penns Manor Comets as well. They will be tangling with River Valley for the 2nd straight year for the Heritage Gold. Coach, I don't know about you, but I think that's probably the best matchup we could see at the KCAC.
Yeah, especially from top to bottom, from team to coaches. I think you're getting the best of the best. I think I overheard Coach Brown saying it there in his post game, talking about Coach Malosier. He'll have something ready.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it would be. If I was Penns Manor's coach, I think I've tried everything that I can against Ava. I think I'm just going to play him straight up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pressure Alicia and Marin and Kennedy a little bit. Make them dribble to basketball. Make them feel a little bit uncomfortable. It'd be kind of the approach that I would take. I'm sure Coach Malosier, he's a lot better coach than I am. He got a lot more wins and championships than I do. So, for whatever it's worth, Coach, if you listen to this and, hey, you're welcome. But no, it's going to be a great game.
Absolutely. And the action continues tomorrow with the boys' semifinal matchups. One at the Len Chapel Gymnasium. Portage Mustangs hosting the Homer Center Wildcats. First in the East for the Portage Mustangs, second in the West for Homer Center. The other one will be Conemaugh Township against West Shamokin. Both games will start at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air with both of those games at 6:45 on Renda Digital TV. And you can join us Friday night for the Heritage Conference Championship game. Girls start at 6. We'll be on the air at around 5:45 with our complete coverage of the night's festivities. Coach, thanks so much for joining me tonight. It's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah, absolutely, Jake. Like I said, hopefully there's some more opportunities down the road.
I think so. I think there will be. For all of us, I want to thank Sam Sneddon, our camera operator and producer here tonight. I want to thank our co-presenting sponsors, Grand Beginnings Children's Center and Joyce Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning, for helping us bring this coverage of the Heritage Conference semifinals to you. And for all of us at Renda Digital TV, my name is Jake Slobodnik, repeating the final score: River Valley 57, Portage 21. Have yourself a great night. We'll see you Friday at the KCAC.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Valentine, you're gonna fall head over wheels for sweet little payments of only $45 a week. Forget the chocolates. Mirage and G4 at only $45 a week will satisfy any sweet tooth. Sweet discounts, sweet little payments, sweet gas mileage, and the sweetest warranty on the planet. Happy Valentine's Day from the Mitsubishi Giant 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona.
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.